Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Haven and Hearth Academy. Throughout this series, I'd like to provide clear and thorough explanations on the topics for the most complicated game that I play. Today, we'll be talking about the activity that you'll be most immediately embarking upon in the Hearthlands, Discovery. Once you have selected a body, given your name to the wizard, and burned into the world, you'll be surrounded by trees, bushes, and boulders, which you can interact with in a variety of different ways. You can pick berries, take branches, and chip stones, for example. And whenever you receive a new item for the first time, you'll hear this sound. That's the sound of discovery. It's the first step toward becoming a master of the hearth. And ready your ears, because it makes that sound every time. Every time you make a discovery, you'll gain an amount of learning points, often abbreviated as LP, based on the complexity of the discovery. Discovering a branch or a rock might give you 50 learning points, but more advanced items will grant you more. Be sure to discover as many items as you can during this stage, because you'll need every learning point you can get. And discovering all of the items in a crafting recipe will teach you that recipe. For example, once you have discovered both a branch and one of any kind of rock, you'll be able to make a stone axe. The first one you make, of course, will count as a discovery. It's not just the things that you find that are discovered, but also the things that you create. But you might wonder, once you've chipped one of every boulder and picked one of every tree, how do I get more learning points? Well, by study, of course. Whilst discovering items, you might discover something like a ladybug, a cone cow, or maybe even a mighty ant queen if you're so daring as to raid an anthill. Each of those items is called a curiosity, and it can be studied by your character to gain additional learning points. The curiosity is consumed after study, so always keep an eye out for replacements for your favorite curiosities. You can study as many curiosities as your character has the mental aptitude for, as determined by their intelligence, but you can only study one curiosity of its kind at a time. No duplicates are allowed in your study window. Some curiosities are quick and easy to study, like the cone cow clocking in at a mental weight of 1 point and a study time of 18 minutes and 14 seconds. Others are harder and longer, like the itsy bitsy spider with a mental weight of 10 and a study time of 21 hours, 53 minutes, and 4 seconds. The most difficult curiosities can take days to study, and they reward many thousands of learning points. For beginners, I recommend Mirkwood Offerings as a great starting curiosity, or even Emerald Dragonflies if you're fortunate enough to be near a swamp or a bog biome. But I also recommend that you keep an eye out for as many curiosities as you can find and come to your own conclusions about which are your favorites. Curiosities will always continue to study even when you're logged out, so don't hesitate to begin to study something that takes a long time to complete. That time will pass either way. So you can start to study something before you, say, go to sleep or go to work, and it can be done by the time you get back. And so, through daring discovery and scholarly study, you were able to amass a hearty sum of learning points. It is always good, I reiterate, to acquire as many learning points as you are able. Learning points can be used to increase your abilities, learn new skills, pursue credos, and expand the reach of your personal claim on the land. But those are all topics that deserve and will get their own classes. For now, get out there, discover new items, and explore the hearth. In the next class, I will teach you how to keep yourself safe on your journey of discovery. Stay tuned, and as always, thank you for watching, and good night.